guys, and welcome back to day 3 of the Office PC turned home server. Yesterday we talked about how to run a little Minecraft server on it and actually use it, and also of course using virtualization with proxmox. Today I want to go back into the hardware side, and as day 4 will come around, I will try to run a Battlefield 3 server on it, because I found actually the files for it. I found everything that I need basically. There's a tutorial online that's from September last year, so chances are good that it's still working, and I would love to include this into this series to have on the one side a little bit of hardware things and actual use cases, and then the off parts basically going into more software details, how to use them and set them up. So yeah, there's a few things more coming as long as I don't know, have fun with it. And if you join me on the ride, welcome, and if not, I will see you in the next video again. So let's begin. I have here 2 more RAM sticks. These are almost the same. Corsair DDR3 2x4 GB. Again, DDR3 RAM sticks. They're running on 1600 MHz, and they have even the same speeds with 9924 at 1.65 volts. So I specifically picked these up very cheap actually, for just I think 36 euros. Could be much more, but I'm thinking just, hey, this is additionally 8 GB to the 8 that I already have in here, making it 16 overall, and giving me, at least especially in Ubuntu and Windows 10, enough headroom to work with that. I mean, I only have a 4-core CPU in there. I'll maybe try out a little bit of overclocking, but just a tiny bit. And of course, with that, we also need more power. And I already posted on Twitter the joke like, hey, what's missing in this PC? And it was, you know, that one cable for the PCIe connector. Well, I have this new PC here by Aerocool. I could have picked something else. Even in this line, there's a non-RGB version, and even with more power, which wouldn't have the same price as the ones I have right here. So this is a 550 watt Aerocool RGB ATX PSU, which I'll use in this PC. We won't see the RGB really, maybe for the back side, but the cool thing is there's a button on the back. I was thinking, hey, maybe if I completely, you know, swap out the case, I still already have a nice PSU that I can use with it, you know, if I, just in case, you know, if I want to use it with a bit of RGB on the side, because my living room has actually some RGB lights in there, so it could be a fine addition. And because I couldn't decide, I went for the RGB enabled one, which I can still, again, disable by just a button push on the backside. But enough talking, let's get into the hardware and swap everything out or edit as needed. Alright everyone, and it is actually a new day, and the reason for that is, one, while it's working on my computer, I noticed 2 things. One, I was getting a severe headache, and I instead decided to just lay down. I mean, there's still 1 more day to go before I lose my video upload streak, so I figured, hey, why not? And the second thing is, actually, I did a mistake. When I ordered the PSU, I didn't fully notice that there was one thing missing, and that was a second PCIe power cable output. So what did I do? I tried it out first to use the SATA connectors and bundled them together to get a 6-pin, but it was commonly referred to on the internet as you can do that, but you really shouldn't. And since I was also running on the same, you know, bundled together cable, the drives, I was thinking, okay, maybe this is too risky. So instead I decided to, okay, I will return this cheap PSU, which did look quite nice with RGB lights on, and will actually get a new one. So I spent almost double and got this Be Quiet PSU. This is the Straight Power 11 for around 100 euros and it's fully modular, and with that I definitely have enough power outlet. It's even rated 80 plus gold, silent wings, which is nice. Of course I wanted to have it to be silent, and of course it has full cable management, so fully modular. It has 2 PCIe slots right there for power, of course for the motherboard, the CPU, and additionally 3 drive power outlets, so more than enough. Even if I decide to later on include more, for example drives in my server, I can still use that same power supply for that. I calculated originally on the internet that I have to use around a 480 watts power supply, so 550 should actually be enough. I would have gone one step above 650, but actually from the series it's not released yet. It's set on Amazon, so I was like, well, I want to be done with this, so I'm gonna get this one. So what we'll do today is to build this one in, and as said yesterday also, I was thinking about getting a smaller one, and I saw a 120 SSD just cost 20 euros, so I figured, well, why not just do it all at once? So this is another boost, of course, to the performance. I did spend a little bit more than anticipated at first, but I guess the investment will be worth it in the long run. I also got this little sled for just fiber, so I can put the SSDs actually into the slot for the HDD, so it's all locked up and nicely, of course. And this one can actually hold 2 SSDs at once, so that's extra nice, of course, for me. So without further ado, let's continue the building and let's get this server running. Alright, time to see what's up. So, the RAM bars, I noticed one thing. The old ones were 2 gigabytes times 2, and the new ones are 4 gigabytes times 4. So, I guess I have 4 gigabytes of RAM just for the server and 8 gigabytes for the VMs, which is kind of nice. That's kind of good. And with the power, yeah, everything's connected. I have proper power now to the VGA cable. It's a bit saggy, sadly. Everything's connected through the SATA ports here. I have actually the SSDs up here on top. I could potentially put 2 more HDDs in here. And I definitely have enough power for that because I only have one of the drive powers connected to the PSU, so there's 2 more. And everything's kinda, it's not neat anymore as it was before because there was lights in there, but I used only one cable for the SSDs and the HDD, and because they're so close to each other, it's a bit messy. I could split them apart a little bit, I guess, but oh well, here we are. So everything's built now. Let's then put everything together, connect it, boot it up, and install proxmox again. Basically undoing everything we've done before, but on the other hand, I have a 500 gigabyte SSD then as a base for the VMs and a 2 terabyte HDD for storage in general, which is quite nice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back again. So in the last part I actually showed you how to make your own Minecraft JavaScript server with MineOS here, and it's quite good, but it doesn't allow consoles to connect. So what I'm gonna do is I create a new VM, and I'm gonna quickly show you how to make an MC Bedrock server, because luckily we also have the server files for this. So what we're gonna do is make it an Ubuntu live server, because it's Linux, the latest kernel. We also don't need to change anything, so we just hit start after created and finish it.
And then we click into it and go into the console. And I'm gonna quickly install Ubuntu Live Server. Right, so let's boot up Ubuntu on the server, and then I'm gonna quickly show you how to install a Minecraft Bedrock Server, because that is actually super easy. I used a guide for that. I will link, of course, the original guide in the video description down below. And now we're logged in. So now that we're actually logged in as the admin, we can install everything. What we first need is actually a script, which we get from this link. So what we need is the command wget https raw.github-user-content.com/the remote Minecraft Bedrock server master, and then the script setup minecraft.sh. We're going to download that. Once that is done, we can give it a permission to use that script. We do that by making the command hmod +x setup minecraft.sh, and then it has permission to use it. We can start it, and that is simply done by hitting /setup minecraft.sh. We need to use the parser, of course, again. And now it's getting to work. And the script will set it up automatically, everything. It's super easy, actually. It should automatically ask us about, hey, do we want to start this server automatically on boot? And we say, yes, we want that, because that's what makes it so easy. Because this VM here, MC Bedrock, can just be stopped and booted. And once that is done here from the console, which you can also use on your phone, it will automatically also start the MC Bedrock server, which is a thing because I actually started it on my phone, and on my phone it looks like this. Alright, so this is my phone. This is connected to the PvE server, and if I flip it over quickly, you can see it in an even better mode. So again, the same warning, it doesn't trust it because it's self-signed SSL protocol. It is safe though. And we log in again. Alright, and let's log in. And this is what you see basically. And you just have the data center and your Noti, which is the PC. And then in your virtual machines, you can scroll up. I'm gonna quickly flip over it again because it's easier to see. So we have the MC Bedrock right now. We see it's active. And besides what it has and a few basic statistics, the responsive version of the PvE web UI isn't that fully usable for us on mobile. But we can start it, we can stop it, we can shut down, suspend it, whatever. We have actually a log into the console, which is failing right now because we're already using one. But what's really cool about this is we can at least see that it's running. So if I don't want to go to my PC, for example, but use this Bedrock server, I just open up my phone, log in quickly, boot it up, and it automatically starts also the Minecraft Bedrock server. So that's why it's cool that it is actually booting on, well, boot the Minecraft server for the Bedrock version automatically when I boot this VM. So this is what we see here with level 9 Bedrock level, game mode survival, difficulty easy. And if I jump over here to Minecraft Bedrock, I go to play, go to servers, and I can add a server. Please enter the server name. Very easy, that's just the house test server. It's not with the Java version where we can just broadcast to the network that here's the server, so it's a little bit different, but nonetheless, you can go like this, 5, and hit play, and it should automatically tell us, hey, we're connected, play connected houses with my UID, and it's locating it here, and we're done. We're actually inside a Minecraft Bedrock server that's running in my own network. Here's the one thing though that's really a bit sad about Minecraft Bedrock. I said it's also the version that's running on console, but here's the thing. Oh, this boots actually very nicely. Only the Windows 10 version can actually use this direct connection to a server. So if you have a Nintendo Switch, Xbox One or PlayStation, there are servers though, but they are featured. You cannot put in your own IP. So basically the sole exercise was for nothing, but at least you know at least 2 ways now how to make a Minecraft server on your own machine with proxmox. So I guess that's worth something. In case the consoles do get the option to connect to a server directly, Then we can also use the consoles to connect to this server, and I can play together with them, also including the Windows 10 version. That would be the dream, especially when you just have some, play together time, but not necessarily in a way that is based only around what's directly available here, because you can actually play with friends in an invited game. But what if I don't want to log in necessarily? That case would be really great if I can just use any account. And I thought it was peaceful. It's not peaceful if there's zombies, oh no! Oh well, I'm just gonna quickly save and quit. So yeah, that's it. This is how you set up a Minecraft Bedrock server and why it's not that useful right now. Thanks again for watching this part. I hope you liked it, and we see you in another video in the future. This is House Test here for the new bite. Thanks so much for watching, and I see you soon.